And welcome to our Delabs Games AMA. We are now on the Delabs Games X. Originally, it was me and Xiao with Mankos and Han on the RRS Rumble Racing Star CM AMA, which was rebranded to Premium Race CM AMA. But now here we are for D-Labs Games AMA with your host, me and Xiao. Xiao, how are you today?
Excellent. Lots of good news to cover, lots of questions to answer, and yeah, just bringing the vibes and keeping things rolling. How are you?
I am good. I am just bracing for, again, as we're doing a lot of new things today, just making sure that everything is going according to plan. But we're here to have fun. We're here to have fun, and we have two special guests with us today. We have Quinn, our director of business strategy. How are you, Quinn?
Doing very well. How are you guys, Will and Shao?
Excited?
Wonderful.
Excited. A lot of things to cover.
That's my word.
My word is indeed. Indeed is my word. Um, and we have a lot to cover. So, especially for today, how the breakdown will kind of go is we will go into the specifics of the updated Metabolts Mint, the updated information, and then we will reveal and go into the timeline of the Mint. I know there are a lot of questions, a lot of confusion, but we're here to clear that up. And also, we will have our weekly Rumble Racing Star Premium Race Raffle draw during this AMA. And then we'll transition over to our Metabolts Playtest Showcase with Andy, who is the head of business development. So Andy is here on the side, the faceless entity here. But Andy, how are you?
Hi everyone. Hi Will. Hi Xiao. Hi Quinn. I'm good. Hope everyone's having a good morning. Grab your coffee. Ready to get this rolling. Excited to be here today. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot to cover, a lot for us to do. So again, if you guys have any questions, so after we go through the whole mint details and everything, we will be, kind of taking questions from the crowd. So if you are here in the Discord, please feel free to request to speak, and Xiao and I will, one of us will give you permission to, to be able to ask your questions here on our DLabs Games Discord at DLabs Official. If you are not there, if you are watching this through our X broadcast via our DLabs Official X account, you could always comment below there, and we will look at the questions and we will answer there. Or another option is if you are streaming this through our DLabs Games YouTube channel, please make sure to go there as well. Oh, and I just realized that I did not share the links. Let me go on do that right now as we get this ready. Because I was wondering, I was like, not a lot of, we have, a bit of people here in our Discord at the moment. But I was like, where is everybody else? So I think we're getting people on in. I had to mute that real quick. Gotta notify everybody that we are here. So there we go with that. People should be coming on in. So yes, here we are. So what we will do is, Quinn, we will start. Let me just remove my face from here so that people could get a better look at the slide. So, oh, I went too far here. Hold on. Here we go. So, people watching on our Discord and on our streaming, you guys can see our Metabolts updated sort of breakdown of our private sales whitelist, public mint, guarantee whitelist, the supply, when the snapshot will be, private sale mint. All this information is here, but to give more of a detailed breakdown, we will have Quinn doing that for us. So, Quinn, do you want to take this?
Yeah, sure. I also shared a link to our Substack where there's kind of an FAQ, which goes into details about more what's each stage, what the supply is, all that good information. But I'll also kind of verbally do that and break down here as well. So starting with the supply is 7,777. We are keeping 177 for the key for future events to come. And so for sale is 7,600 minus the number of airdrop that a future is able to get. So the mint will be in 3 different stages. So the private sale will happen first, then the whitelist and public sale. So the private sale will be on the 26th of February, and the mint, including the whitelist and public, is in March 7th. I think there may have been a couple of questions regarding why it's so far apart. But to answer that, because the private sale will happen first and the whitelist is guaranteed, we want to ensure there's enough time in between the private sale and the whitelist sale to be able to distribute the whitelist spots that are going to be finalized in the private spots. So going into the time as well, private sale on February 26th will start at 2 a.m. UTC. For those of you who are in Eastern time, I believe that is 9 p.m. Moment. I think that's 9 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be 11 a.m. here in Korean time. And then for the whitelist sale, it's going to be for 4 hours, starting at 00 a.m. UTC. Public sale will start 4 hours later at 4 a.m. UTC. And then those who participated in the private sale, you will be able to deposit first and claim after the public sale is complete.
I
The
think.
adventure pass holders, we are doing.
Quinn, hold on a second.
Yeah.
We are hearing that they cannot hear us that well. I was wondering if I think all of us will kind of need to speak up a bit louder. I mean, I'll keep monitoring and seeing on X and YouTube how the audio is, but yeah, if we could maybe speak a little louder, I think that'll help. So yeah, sorry for interrupting.
Of course.
Yep.
Is this better?
Yeah. I think that's better.
I'm gonna speak a little bit closer into the mic.
Yes.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yep. And going back into what's there for the adventure pass holders. So with our new structure, we're going to be airdropping for everyone over level 15, staking level over 15. And the snapshot for that will be taken on February 23rd at 00 UTC. So adventure pass holders who are over level 15 will get an airdrop. Those who are over level 30 will get 2 allocations in the private sale. Over level 15 and for all adventure pass holders between level 0 and 29 will get 1 allocation at 0.06. And the airdrop, I think a lot of people were curious to know whether it was going to be a mint or an airdrop. So for the adventure pass holders, the airdrop will be an airdrop that we give to the snapshotted addresses, and this will be given on March 12th. The time we will announce once the airdrop is complete, and the PFP reveal will be on March 13th. So that everyone will be able to have that reveal experience. We have a pretty cool animation on the website that we're preparing, so I'm really excited for everyone to see that. Yeah, so here is kind of the basic breakdown. If you have any questions, I'm available to answer. I think we also kind of want to give a brief overview of what the utilities will be for the Metabolts NFT, and I think Andy will be able to give a better breakdown in relation to the game, and I think we'll kind of cover that as well in the gameplay later today.
Yes, we will have it in the gameplay where, again, for anyone who is playing this game for the first time, I think I am the prime example of, oh, this isn't really my genre of game that I'm too familiar with, so if I could play it, anybody can play it, and during that, I think we could also, again, kind of talk about the utility, that we have for the game, and also, really take in what the community is really wanting or expecting as well. So we will do that in the third section of this. So, first, let me get a reaction from Shao. What do you think about this updated, updated breakdown plus the timeline?
I think it's good. I think some people are definitely still curious about it, but I think as it unfolds and it gets more into detail, Quinn, it really is something that I believe is clear. Obviously, we're here to answer minutia, answer nuance. I just feel like anytime we have these things, it's one of those you don't know where it's going to come from, out of left field. But I do think we have a positive outline, as well as adding again a lot of value to what we're trying to do. One of the things I will say is that we definitely took a lot of the community's feedback, their thoughts. We kind of took what we believed were the highlights with some of the original strategy that we had in terms of this kind of making the secret sauce, and then we have that presentation here today. So it's really great. I love it because this is some things that I've seen in the marketplace work well, and we're also doing some things that I believe will still add a lot more value in terms of the results, meaning like the reveal, and in terms of getting this in the right hands, and then some of the other things that kind of come into play when it comes to market as well as floor price and all that stuff. I don't like to focus on those things, but I think there was a very good holistic approach to this that just involved a lot of different people, and again, something that we took the time to integrate with our community's feedback at all levels, right? So I know some people are like, hey, what about this and that, and whether it's from level 30, level 15, and all the other tiers that we have. But reality for us is focusing on the value across the board, and it's not always easy to compare what everyone else has and what everyone else has done, but really it's trying to give each one of the different tiers that we focused on, again, utility and value. So yeah, nothing more than excitement for me, because this was a long time coming, and I really feel like it was, in the end, something that everyone gets to have and gets to where everyone's voice was heard. So I think that was probably the biggest spotlight or shine, is definitely knowing that we took everyone's consideration into this latest update.
Yeah, I think that is something that we have always valued, and that we always did, really try to incorporate and have our community members as basically part of our development team as well, and developing this and growing together. And I think we are still learning and growing as well, and we are very appreciative of our community members for being with us, for being in dialogue with us, and helping us get here today. So we've come all the way here, and I think it's important to also to have our community members. I know a lot of people had a lot of questions. I'm not sure if we answered all of them, and that's sort of the reason of why we aren't having a lot of questions. But I am looking through all channels for any questions. So if anybody does have any questions, this is the time to ask. Taxi Enjoyer saying, any giveaway on the AMA or only free to listen? we're here to answer a lot of questions, to really make ourselves available to our community members and to really see if there's anything more that we could clarify. And I think for future AMAs, we could have some sort of, community events as well. Normally, we do have our engage bot points and that we give away. We will see what we could do in future Metabolts streams, but whenever we do Rumble Racing Star, we do have that available for participation. And if anybody wants more information, Quinn does have the link in our Discord chat. It is there. Let's see, any questions about... So Waladoff asked, airdrop for stakers level 30. Yes, it is an airdrop for Kachua. Kachua answered for us, level 15 and above and 30 above. Yeah, I mean, those are the questions that we have for today. Let me also look at our Google form as well. And again, we do, let's check our holder chats. And, I mean, we always say for all of our community members, this is a time and opportunity to ask the questions. Maybe people are going to be coming on a little bit later. Always feel free to ask. We are here to answer all of your questions. We have Quinn here to answer a lot of those questions as well. I think Mancos, our Spanish-speaking representative, I think is asking on behalf of the Spanish-speaking community. Quinn, so are we planning special drops in the game for holders of the Metabolts NFT?
Yes, actually, I guess the benefits of the Metabolts PFPs will come in the game, and there will definitely be a lot of things that only PFP holders will be able to access.
Yeah.
But if you mean the playtest, for this playtest, those features have not been implemented yet, obviously, because the PFPs are not here. So for future playtests, I think you can expect a lot more.
Ooh, and those are some spicy things that we'll be talking about during the playtest. Very much excited for that. And we have Kachua, streaming a lot in game. Was talking about some improvements of the game, but also some issues as well. But again, just to preface everything, this is the playtest. This is not even really like the beta. This is like the alpha, right? But we're still here. It is still playable. People can access it. Make sure to go to, let me put up the links as well, or let me just tag it in here in our Discord, for iOS and for Android users. The playtest is available. You could just go to, yes, I have this announcement here. Let me just put that into the AMA.
I was super excited because I was like, iOS, and it's available in the United States. Obviously, you have to utilize the, not a launcher, but you have to use TestFlight, which just allows us to kind of build things in real time without having to go through the Apple Store.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we can do any updates and changes along the way. But yeah, I was super excited because I got my hands on it. I was, just so you guys know in the background, it was one of the funny things for me. I was like, well, I know that, it was available, and is there a way I can work around and make this work, because I want to get my hands on it. And then he dropped me the link and I was quiet. Which means everyone else gets to have a seamless integration and a seamless installation. So in the end, we're all happy. No doubt about it. And we can put this in the hands of more people and Mini, as well as, as Takachuka is saying, you can actually stream it, right? This is one of those great games that is really fun to play along. One of the games that I've seen a lot of streamers do is they actually will play each character and they will voice it as if they were their own voice actor. But I think in our case, our voice actors do enough for us, and they have a lot of significant presence given who they are and where they are in the space.
Yeah, I mean, that is awesome, and especially with the whole list of voice actors that we do have, that GMK did also kind of go into details in our last CEO AMA. That was, we really put a lot of love and care into all these products and all of these games. So we just hope that people can enjoy it and that we can improve upon it even more. We have Waladov asking, no airdrop for it, level 0. Yes, no airdrop, but you do have the benefits. You can see it in the breakdown, in the Substack, and in,
Yeah, I mean,
before.
what I'll add right off the bat though is one, guaranteed whitelist. This is super important. There's so many people in this space who are fighting, competing, getting in the DMs. It's guaranteed. No questions about it. Second part is you get to lock in the same price as a level 30, a level 15. So across the board, unilaterally, you get the best price locked in, and you don't have to worry about, again, having to fight for anyone, first come, first serve, all that stuff. We removed all of that in terms of friction, and I believe as a holder, this is super valuable because your time is worth it, right? Your time is valuable. So we answer a lot of those things right off the bat.
Yes. Mankos has another question. This is the only PFP collection for Metabolts, or are we planning to drop maybe more in the future? If that our NFTs have a multiplayer on the game for farming objects. If that is so, will our NFTs have a multiplayer on the game for farming objects, cards, something else?
I think you're just referring to, instead of having it be purely in-game, that they become NFT digital assets, right? So like any RPG, similar Space Frontier, if it's one of those things that in addition to the PFP itself, will there be additional NFTs as part of the game? I think the reason why that's the case and people are so curious about it is just, we're creating that, we're kind of pioneering, what's possible. And so for them, I think it's just more out of curiosity than anything else.
So, Quinn, wanna
Yeah,
answer this
I
question?
just so I think the first question is, will it be the only PFP collection for Metabolts? So I think for that question, yes, that's the only PFP collection we're planning right now. But I mean, if there is a need for, or if people want to see more PFP collections, we're open to suggestions, but we don't have a plan for it now. I think the second question is that, will the NFTs have a multiplier on the game for farming objects? I think that might make a bit, that's how I understood it.
Multiplier makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my
Quinn's the rescue.
assumption.
Yeah.
But do correct me if I'm wrong, Mankos. In terms of that, I think this is kind of a good transition to go into the utility of the PFPs. I can cover it briefly here. Do stay for the playtest so that Andy and Will and Xiao can go more into depth about it. Well, first of all, the cosmetics in terms of what your owning PFP is will be also available in game. So we have a extensive costume mix and match functionality in the game, and we are really making that connection with the game and the PFP. So each character will have its own kind of customized outfits, even in the PFP, and we're bringing that into the game so that you can really play as your character. So that's one thing for the PFP that we're preparing. The second thing, I think these things will make more sense once you do the playtest and play the game. So in the game, we have this thing called the Awakening Gauge. So, and then Awakening is going to be a trait that some NFT holders will have. And those who hold that will also see sort of a faster generation of the gauge. So this is kind of like a layer damage, faster clear time kind of benefit that some holders will have. Other holders who have some of the rarer skins will get to own those, and that's also going to have some benefits in the game. Certain parts, we have a really interesting roguelike system where you get to really choose your own path when you clear a stage. And that also, there's going to be a bunch of hidden gems here and there, which NFT holders will get access to. But in terms of multipliers, yes, there will be definitely multipliers when you're competing, and this will kind of tie into all the earning mechanisms in the game. So that's kind of an overview breakdown. I think Andy will get into it a little bit deeper as we do the playtest, but that's kind of where I can put it at.
See, for those who cannot see Andy's face, he was just very excited just now. He's like, yes, I can't wait. So, we will have that in a little bit. And again, this is a lot of information. I mean, I know a lot of people have been asking, what is the utility? What are we going to be using this for and everything? We're having it all out there right now, giving a little tidbits. We'll get a bit more into it in our playtest itself. And we have, I think, there are 2 questions, and then I think we could go into the raffle and then into the playtest. So, Walladorf is asking, I'm staking for 2 years. Why not get airdrop as level 30? Level 30 does get an airdrop. So I'm not really sure why that question is coming up, unless they're saying I just staked, I'm going to be staked for 22 years, not 22, for 2 years, and that I'll be level 30 eventually, I guess. But if you are level 30, you are getting an airdrop. So, and if you're level 15 and above, you'll be getting an airdrop. So that is that. HRK is asking, if the NFT does not sell out, will you burn it? Will we burn it, Quinn?
Yes, I think that's kind of the best option we have as a contingency plan, but we are discussing internally on what would be the best way. But I don't see it not selling out.
It is the confidence, right? I mean, just see all the hype, just seeing how everybody is anything Metabolts related, all the reposts and how people are just very much excited for it, just how the pre-mints are going and everything, and how there are communities fighting over to try to get in on the whitelist spot. I think the demand is high, and yeah, so I think it's something to be excited for, and yeah, I mean, let's just show the world that we could mint out. So very much excited for that. We will wait for, Walladorf, if you want to clarify that question, we could answer it in a little bit. But let me actually, first let me get it on Discord. Let me get the raffle for premium race today. I know that we've always had the infamous number 17 over and over again, but for today we have 4 actually. So I will roll it, and I'll have our team now. See, 1 of 4. Let's see who will be the lucky winner for today. It is number 1. I do believe the winner for last week was number 1. Is number 1 our new 17? I hope not. But again, this is just completely random. So whoever is number 1, congratulations for your Rumble Racing Star Premium Race Season 12 raffle. All of those rewards will be sent out before the end of this week. So please stay, or please, keep a look at your wallets, and we'll let you guys know when all the things have been sent out. But now, what a lot of people are here for, let me get the screen up. Sorry, this is very anticlimactic right now, but let's get on back to the to Metabolts. So actually, for the audio, it is not in here at the moment. I do believe, it is working Okay, I did not have to restart. But for the sound, I know on all the others, for X and on YouTube, you might be able to hear it. I am having it on mobile at the moment, that you'll be able to hear it. But I do believe the sound on Discord, I believe the software does kind of edit out the sound. So, but here we are in Metabolts, or actually let me go back to home. Oh, so here we go. I gotta restart it. And I also purposely did not collect the first character, but here we have Andy. Andy is next to me. So Andy, how do you feel about yeah, I mean all the potential that is in Metabolts? I know that this playtest, I mean, it hasn't been so far since our last playtest. I mean, there were some minor updates in more of optimization and such, but kind of what do you think about the game so far? What potentials do you see? And also, I'll need you to help me in setting things up. So,
Of course. Yeah. So again, this is one of the games I'm super excited about. You know, like Japanese anime is one of my passion. I love watching anime. I'm sure there's a lot of people here probably likes anime as well. And you know, we revealed our voice actors last time for some of our characters, which I think some people also recognized. And actually, but before I go on, I do read one question I think it will be good for me to answer is Maya Master asking when Metabolts on iOS available outside US and Canada. If you're talking about the playtest right now, I believe anybody going to our website and clicking the links can access it, but do let me know if you are having trouble, and then I can ask the team and get that sorted out. And also I saw one thing in our chat is people are asking when you do get into the game, there's a bunch of login information. You just have to fill in whatever, because that's the step of creating the actual account. So you don't have to worry about signing up at some external site or anything. Everything is done through the game login screen. So you guys could just get in and get straight to the game.
just remember your password.
Yes,
Just
that would
remember
be
your
good.
password.
That would be good. But yeah, speaking of the game a little bit more, yeah, I seen like, you know, being here in the office with the development team, you know, seeing the progress they've been doing, I'm super excited, and you know, very excited to also showcase you guys. Obviously through Will playing the game, as I think from a perspective of someone that is not as familiar with this genre, there's gonna be the entertainment in that, as well as, you know, me, I like to strategize a lot more, so I think I will act as the coach role for Will here, so that he can also give that fresh perspective. But now that Will is in the game, I do want to, you know, identify this is the lobby. You guys can see the default team setup that is there, but it would be good if Will could click on the rewards, the welcome reward page. So yes, we are on day 1 of the play test right now. You can actually claim one of the characters. You guys should have seen a lot of her content on our Twitter if you have been following. Her name is Nernerly. She is a caster type role of character. Yeah, so Will goes into maybe crew lists. Now you can see these are the characters you guys get to start off today as day 1. There's Nernerly, Double X, Double Square, the O, George. Yeah, so yep, so I think we can probably, there you go, yeah. So one thing I guess I can showcase here is much better now since we don't have technical difficulty. The formation on the left side. So we have some presets. For example, Will, if you set like preset 2, maybe you can click that. Oh, okay, sorry, they're all on default, so it's fine. Go back to preset 1. Yeah, you can go out. So if you click the actual formation button there, the double, oops, sorry, I'm just gonna use my finger. The double, I don't know what you call that icon, sorry. But here you guys can see there's different formations you can set up and choose so that you can, you know, play to your strategy, right? We have balance types. We have, if you go a little bit to the right, Will, and then you click on a box. So now we have like defense types, depending on your position, right? So you have forward, so the front, the middle, the back positions, the stats that the characters would, either increase or decrease depending on the position that you would like them to be in. So this all comes down to strategy, right, when it comes to these games. But since we're all here for a playtest with Will, how about you can click cancel first, and then we'll just use the default, which is the balance type. So this is just very balanced, very smooth gameplay. So you can click save. Yep, so this saved. Now go back at the top left corner, episode 1-1 at the bottom right, and then chapter 1, explore. And yeah, click explore again, and yep, that's the formation you chose, and let's get right into it.
So just for time's sake, we do have so much narrative content, and I think that is great to really look into, to really explore more the lore of Metabolts. But just for time's sake, so that we could go into more of the battle mechanics and things there, we will just go straight into it. But as you're in this playtest, please make sure to check out all the stories and everything that is available, all of our side characters, all of our NPCs as well. And please let us know if you guys recognize the voices as well. So, here we go.
Yes, so as well as playing, you guys can notice every character has a gauge around their border frame that fills up, and when it is full, you can actually manually activate their skill. So Will is using the skills right now, and if you also notice on the right side, there is a yellow gauge, circle gauge, that is filling up. So this was what Quinn mentioned earlier. We have an awakening gauge, and if Will clicks that, he's clicking really fast before I can comment, but you guys can notice that there's like an aura around the frame of your characters, and when you do use the skill, it's an amplified, stronger version active skill, also tied in with very, very cool animation that our team worked really hard in developing. And I guess this is good for me to reiterate the utility that Quinn has mentioned. We do have a rarity in our collection called the Awaken. I'm sure if you guys have been following our Twitter and our founder's Twitter, some teaser or content has been teased on the Awaken State NFTs. If you do hold one of these NFTs, it would improve your Awakening gauge charging time. So you'll get into Awaken mode faster, which would overall improve your performance as you do play the game. And as well as going, so you guys notice that this is the roguelike structure. You will choose the paths accordingly. There will be certain events, and now Will has encountered a shop. So at the shop, after each battle, you will earn something. You'll earn some bolts, which is the currency. Will has 75 right now, and when you come to the shop, you can buy certain buffs to help you. What do you feel like buying, Will?
I want to be a cowboy today. I'll go buy a cowboy hat.
Yep. So,
and
you can't buy anything else anymore.
I could buy the first aid kit.
Well, so that's a heal kit. So basically our first aid kit. So that does recover one of your allies with the lowest HP, but it seems like you guys can see Will's composition down there under the characters. They have level 1, but below you see there's a green bar. He's very full, so I don't think you need to spend that right now. And good, so I can like Kachuka says, why left joystick? I mean, that's just the design that our team want. I mean, it's very like kind of brings in the feel of almost like a console-like game. And if those that do follow our and knows our Delabs ladybug icon, it is kind of like a controller. So we do have that kind of theme going on here. It's just an aesthetic thing. Do let me know if you do like it. If you don't, then I can also relate that to the team. I like it personally.
I do. It would be good if we could have something to go along with it. I mean, it is here, but yeah.
I mean, you never know. That could be something in the future.
That could be something in the future.
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
So kind of going into the whole, how we could incorporate, um, NFTs and everything into the game.
Right.
I know that Quinn did just briefly touch upon it. Could you provide more details in kind of what we can?
So yeah, as mentioned, our team does put a lot of effort into the art, animation, and all that into the quality aspect of the game. And for the PFP collection, also that's the same quality we're gonna put in. So we do want our users holding or collecting their favorite combination of traits. Let's say we want that to be reflected in the game too. So obviously, right now it's all default skins that Will is using, but when, as Quinn mentioned, when you guys do collect those let's say I don't want to tease too much, but let's say there's a certain hair color of a certain character that you guys like, it would be reflected into the game as well. So yeah.
So exciting. Oh, and I love all these loading screens, because most of the time when you're looking at a loading screen, you're like, ugh, I gotta get past this. But now I'm like looking at the art and I'm like, wow, what is it?
Yep. And I guess to go into a little bit more detail of Will's, looks like Will's doing great. Everybody give him a round of applause, but I also have to comment, like RPGs, if those are familiar, these are the easier trash monster stages, let's call it. So,
He's suddenly calling me trash, so.
So yeah, but nonetheless, in this balanced setup, the team has been composed of a front line, then you have some damage dealers, you have some healers in there, so it's a very balanced setup. So do share how you guys are also setting up your formation. I'm very interested to know what type of player you are, as I think that does say a lot. Like, are you a very aggressive player? Are you a very defensive player? Are you like an all-rounder? That's very interesting to also dive into how you guys explore our game. But yeah, so the path that Will has been following, a lot of battles. I know he went through maybe a few events where he can make choices, but yeah, he's just going through battle after battle right now. He's doing great.
So one thing that for me, when I tried this before, the whole leveling up, I think for those who are more familiar with more of these type of RPGs, that they will be able to kind of level up. They're used to those UIs and how that kind of flows in the game. I think I'm gonna need help on that, and I think some people who are really trying this game for the first time because they really love the art and they're really trying to figure out how to play the game, I think it'd be good for them to know as well.
Yeah, and well, the awakening gauge is almost up. There we go. So we'll activate that.
Oh,
well, they died
They died.
already. Yes. And as mentioned, so some more benefits to obviously PFP holders, right? So before Will engages into the next selection, I do want to focus on let's pass that. So you guys, as mentioned, there are all these paths you can take, right? There will be specific paths, accessible if you are holding a PFP. So you guys can imagine it as like an underground dungeon, let's just call it, because you guys holding the PFP have the access, right? Then you can go in there and reap additional rewards, let's call it. So do keep that in mind, but some of these requirements to enter obviously will depend on what PFP you guys do own.
I didn't purchase this, but it's already sold out.
It's okay. You have 300 currency. You guys can see the currency at the bottom right, as well as there's the kind of like a magnifying glass. There's 7 items or artifacts that Will currently has, so that kind of keeps in track of what are the bonuses and buffs. So yeah, Will can get. So basically, these are the bonuses that Will has accumulated during this run so far to help him. Yeah, so you still have currency. You can buy some stuff, Will.
I guess having defense is good.
Yep, that's a good one. You can buy that, and then.
Ooh. Oh
so,
wait.
So this one is So basically, just you guys can see minus 30% max HP, but 10% attack damage for bruisers. So bruisers are specific classes. So the bruiser person in Will's current team right now is actually the O. So this will benefit the O mainly. Which if he does want to do that, he could buy that. Up to you, Will. You can make the choice.
Let's do it.
Yep. There you go. You got an achievement completed. So yeah.
And
yeah, you can sure.
yeah.
That benefits the double square, you know, because he's the defender. Yep. Maya Master saying where I can get some sneak peeks of Metabolts. I believe you know, just follow us on Twitter, stay tuned, and then you might be seeing more sneak peeks coming up.
Ooh, a boss.
Oh yeah, now we're at the boss stage.
Take a gentle approach. There's Gabby.
Do let me know and if anybody has like a favorite that they're seeing right now.
Yes.
Personally, my favorite is Gabby. Yeah, I don't know. Will, who's your favorite character?
Aesthetic wise, I think Theo is. I know it's Theo, but I'm just gonna stick with Theo.
How about you, Shao and Quinn? Any favorite for both of you?
I'm wearing mine, but I don't know if this is actually a playable character. Haven't gotten that far.
It is a boss.
It's a boss.
Yeah, it's a boss. But yeah, it's just like, sometimes you get to be the boss in Final Fantasy and things like that. So I'm always hopeful I can play as the collector.
Understandable. Sephiroth is a favorite to a lot of Final Fantasy, even though he's not a protagonist.
He did break a lot of kids' first love. Spoiler. Okay, but Quinn, how about for you?
My favorite is actually Gabby. I think Andy's is the same as well.
Yep. Right, so, before you go to the next stage, let's talk a little bit more about the game. So you guys just saw Will clear, chapter 1, round of applause for Will, So how about you go, so just some tips I do want to iterate last time because I think we had technical difficulty, we couldn't really showcase everything, but if you go back first, Will, let's say. Go back to the lobby, go into your crew list. Yes, so this is the part where I guess those that are familiar with RPG games, there's a progression, right? So right now you can see all of Will's characters are level 1, but since he finished a stage, he should have collected certain resource. So Will, how about you click level up right now sorry. Let's click, since Nerner is not on your team, you like the O, so click the O.
The O.
And then click level up.
Level up.
And then now tap on the kind of like the chip icon there. Just tap. So you guys can see, basically Will is putting resources in to level up his character, and you can see it's going from 1, and based on the 3 clicks, it's going to be level, keep clicking if you want to, it's up to you, Will. Depending what level you want to use the resource. So that's level 10. So once you have put enough resources in there, or you think is enough, you can click level up. There you go. So now the O is level 10 with improved stats. His health, his attack, his defense all went up. You still have some resources left, so feel free to distribute it between your characters. And this will help a lot of you in terms of progressing the stages and tackling, the different difficulties, all that. Yes. Do you have any more resources left? I don't know. I think you have 1 chip left. You could throw it somewhere.
There we go.
So yeah, and then so that's level up, and then I know right now Will probably will not make it there, but there's an awakening button next to it, so that's when you guys have reached a certain level threshold, and if you collect more materials, which I won't spoil all in this one, that you could awaken your characters up. There's requirements to awaken, but it just means your character gets stronger overall. So, and then one more small thing before we go to the next part. If you could click the, go back one more, sorry, Will.
Go back.
Just click a hideout.
Hideout.
Yeah. So hideout goes back. So if you click the achievement.
Achievement.
And the top. So, because in the stage earlier, Will, kill some bosses, and then he also level up. So there's some achievements that he got. So if you can click to the move to main scene at the bottom right. Yeah. No, bottom right.
Oh,
that's bottom left.
sorry. Bottom right.
Bottom right. Yeah. So here there's like a little red exclamation. If you clicked into that, just click there. Yep.
What am I clicking?
Click the down. Yep.
Oh.
Click the down. Yep.
Oh, down. Down?
The down. The show details. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. There you go. So here you'll see that he has finished certain achievements, which if he clicks, he can get these rewards. So those of you don't miss out on some of these rewards. So there's some there as well. Yep. And then see, there's more resources, the chips. So if you click there, you got more chips. But yeah. And I think he cleaned everything for now. Yeah, so basically, you cleaned everything. Oh, there's one there you can claim. More rewards. Yeah, that little container there. Yep, there you go. So you got a bunch of rewards. Yeah, so very good. Click back. Okay, back again. So this is your achievement windows, everybody. Do keep an outlook for all the achievements you guys can do. So Will, I think you could probably explore one more chapter.
One more chapter.
Yes. And since your team is now stronger, I would let you do this yourself. I think you can handle it, right?
See, I'm not really sure of what order I should be putting it out there, but I know that I've been told that make sure that Jorge, our healer, our caster, healer? He's our healer, right?
He's a healer.
Yeah, that he'll make sure that everybody's HP is up to par, is all recovered. So,
yes.
Because before I'm just attack, and then I'd forget about that, and then, everybody would die.
Yes. But now you're also stronger. You leveled up, so it should be good. And just a tip for those that don't know, for George or Jorge, as Will says, his healing output is based on his damage. So the stronger he is, the more he can heal.
Let's go.
And then as I mentioned, being in the awakened state does offer lots of benefits, especially on the topic of George right now. As awakened, he will passively see all those green numbers going up. He is now healing up your whole team as he is awakened, so amplifying, his role as the healer. So, everybody has to understand, depending on what character role it is, when you are in awakened state, you are much, much stronger.
Can you believe we're already almost at the hour already? But we do have our community members in here, and if anybody does have any questions, we are still looking through the questions, and anybody has anything, whether it be in our holders chat or anything, it'd be great.
Right, I think I see something. So Kachuka said, "Hey team, implement in-game a formation for 2-1-1, please." I'm not sure because the way the text came out. Are you asking for a formation where there's only 2 characters and then a formation of 1 character each? Is that what you're asking, Kachuka? Or I don't know if I'm misunderstanding the statement there.
I love hearing all the characters' voices. It does make me feel as though I'm in an anime. Man.
I think that's actually the secret, right? It's like you feel like you're a part of it, controlling the narrative. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. I was playing this earlier today. To be fair, I actually put it on my car, and I just listened to them, and I was like, "This is great. This is so good." When you have a really good audio system, or like you have it in your headphones or your AirPod Pros, this is such a phenomenal game.
I think I know what you're talking about. So you want like 2 in the front, 1 in the middle, 1 in the back, something like that, or maybe vice versa. Yeah, I will talk to the development team, see if we can get more formations out. Obviously, we have 3 balance
Exciting.
type, 3 attack types, and 3 defense type formations. We can definitely let them know you guys want to see more different formations, and we can add that in the future. But thank you for your suggestion.
Yes, thank you for your suggestion. And Andy will have to. He is quite the busy person, so he has another meeting to attend to. But again, Andy, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for making sure that I am still alive in this game, and for providing all the details for Metabolts and also what is to come. I think for us, I think we have a couple more minutes and we're going to be closing as well. Still, we are here. We still have our Director of Business Strategy, Quinn, still here with us. If you do have any questions, or if there's any other questions that you want, you could also direct it to me or to Xiao as well. And I think on YouTube we have my number 1 fan is back. Again, thank you for all the love and attention. You know, we love all of our community members, and we just hope that everybody is enjoying this live stream, and that we are, and we're just here to really be of service to you guys, and to really, you know, provide the best gaming experience for you. So yeah,
yes,
right.
Before I go, if Will does die, please screenshot and share on socials.
Share on socials and then, you know, you could tag me and just say how much of a noob I am and how you could just keep roasting me.
We don't sell shame, but we do game shame.
We do game shame. We do game shame. So, you know, gotta stay alive. Gotta stay alive. Yeah. So, I mean, I think this will be our format going forward. We might be, we'll also see, because we'll have a lot of dates to come, and you know, right now today is the 21st. There's a lot of things on the Mint schedule that is upcoming very, very soon. So again, we will always make sure to also review what has happened and also reveal what is to come. All the latest information about any updates on any of our 3 games is always on our Delabs official X, and also in our Delabs games Discord. We do have all 3 games in here with all different channels. Make sure you have the roles for if you want all the Metabolts news and events and everything. I think it's best to you know, have the Metabolts role, because we'll definitely tag you for all of those. And you know, if you're more focused on Rumble Racing Star, to make sure to have the Rumble Racing Star role, or if you're looking forward to what is to come for Space Frontier, you know, we also have our Space Frontier channels as well. So yeah, I mean, I think we could always go on and do so much in this game. There's still so many hours. I believe it's like 4 to 6 hours of gameplay that you could have with this. So we're just happy to get this, because the community has been asking for those who have missed out on the playtest. They had a bit of FOMO. So I mean, we heard, and then we're here. We brought it back for you guys right before the Mint. And for any future playtests, just like Quinn said, we do plan on having, you know, on having the future playtest have the NFT utility sort of incorporated in it as well. So yeah, I mean, I think we could just wrap that up for today. If there are any questions that we did not cover, or any questions that you do have, please make sure in our AMA questions in our Discord, there is a Google form where you can submit your questions that we will definitely answer in the next AMA. We will also have Xiao in our AMA Alpha channel in our Delabs Games Discord provide all the key highlights of this AMA, because we do understand that people cannot listen to, some people, you know, are not able to listen to a whole hour of an AMA covering so many different things. But please make sure to, check that out. We will have the full summary of it, but also, you know, kind of some key points for the TLDRs. So, yeah. Yeah, I was like, wait, too long, didn't breathe. Yeah, TLDRs. So yeah, any last words from Quinn? Quinn, is there any last words that you have for today? Did you have fun today?
Not much, not much, but thank you for joining as always, and I hope you guys enjoy the playtest. Any questions, please drop in the Discord, and we'll be there to answer. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you for making time. I do understand how busy you are and that you will need to be going into another meeting very, very soon. Yeah, and Shao, I do know that you are going to be on your way to NFT Paris. So, yeah, so if anybody is there, please make sure to, to ping Shao to see, what he's up to. So, Shao, are you very excited?
Absolutely. That's so funny. I love how you volunteer my time. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the things actually I think that people it goes unnoticed when you get to be part of a community, let alone a community manager. It's actually these moments where you get to meet people in real life, and it really does show because you get to not only talk about your experience within DLab games, but you just get to know each other at a personal level. I think that's next level in terms of experiences, right? Like we can do things virtually and digitally, but I think when you get to actually see people's smiles, you get to have real engaging conversation. To be fair, I'll be actually meeting quite a few of you guys. I actually have a couple of meetings set up. So whether it's at the Animoca event or whether I see you at the actual convention itself, it'll be a fun opportunity. I will have a lanyard that will have my name. So if you want to look for me, I do have pictures on my X. So I don't know if I'll have the same following and fanfare Will does as he does on YouTube, but I'll try my best to keep everyone happy and excited. I'm always looking to meet more and more of you. So if you do see me or want to ping me in Discord or in X, please feel free to. I'm more than happy to do my best to set aside some time, but I will definitely be active and all over Paris as much as possible. So I had the luxury of actually going to a wine and degustation event in the Loire Valley. So that was
Bougie,
something
bougie.
very unique in terms of opportunity. Yeah, right, right. No, but it's just one of the things. Like if you like wine, you like food. Like the Loire Valley is a pretty place to be. So I feel pretty privileged. Outside of that, though, everything's just going to be meet and greets and events, as well as the convention itself, Rug Radio. I mean, there's just so much opportunity to meet people. Oh, quick heads up. I know Quinn and I haven't fully announced it, but she and I will actually be on a Spaces with Pewcast, and that is our Rug Radio Asia. And so that will be kind of, available at 9:30 Eastern time. I'm not sure what time that's set for you, Quinn. I think it's at 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, I think that's
We'll have our
11:30. So it's quite late today.
we'll have our roles reversed. Yeah, the 11:30 for you today, for me tomorrow morning. It'll be a good time. But yeah, the Pewcast team will actually be hosting. I think he'll either be hosting in Paris with Puke himself, with Puke Rainbow, and then Maeve and Grim, who will be, I think, on the ground in Asia. So it'll be a mixed bag in terms of where everyone is, but at the same time, it'll give an opportunity for people to hear more about the things that we talked about today, as well as just the general sentiment of how we're building DLab games, the 3 games that we have, as you guys know, and then obviously any alpha that they'll try to squeeze out of us. So Quinn, be prepared, but I think these guys, they're a little bit degen, but in the same vein of Asian culture, they're very, very playful at the same time. So we'll have a full plate, but luckily it'll be both of us, and me, I can't help but just chatter away. So it'll be a fun time, and I actually will have the alpha update today for everyone because, as you guys know, everyone's always yearning for the alpha, and I want to make sure I get it out before I head out for Paris. So super exciting. Thanks so much, Will, for hosting. Obviously you have a myriad of tasks that you have to do both in real time and preparation for it. So you're always appreciated with regards to all the things that you do in terms of getting these spaces ready, as well as this new stage. So I think it worked out well. I don't see anyone raising their hand, right? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so I think we're good. But yeah, otherwise than that, man, this is great. And then to be fair, I know we talk about the playtest, but playtest is actually available to everyone. So we put it on the timeline on Twitter, And so anyone who is interested in Web3 gaming can just go ahead and download for either Apple or Android, and just gives a wider audience an opportunity to see what we're building, and we've been building in the background for a while.
Yes, yes. So again, thank you for your time, Xiao. Thank you for your time, Quinn. And for everyone, thank you. And wherever you are, again, we always want to wish you a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us. We will be here, now I could say this, we'll be here same time, same places, for the new Delabs Games AMA next week. Most likely it'll be me, Xiao, Mankos, and Han, but we could, we'll see what guests we have for next week. We'll make sure to get that out to you guys as soon as possible. So again, everybody, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you again next week.